Hey everyone, this is Vanessa Benitez, and this is my graphic organizer on language development, and all of my quotes and information have all been pulled from Dr. Nancy Sheets' text that we use in class. Starting off with personal development with children and deaf of hard of hearing, I pulled the quote that said, when children have a sense that they are valued members of the family and are included in daily conversational exchanges, the stage is set for them to develop as psychologically healthy deaf children who are communicatively competent. And I felt like this quote was really important for not only deaf of hard of hearing children, but also for hearing children and just children in general, feeling like they are those valued members of the family and they are included in conversation and they develop just that sense of belonging and are able to have the communication with their family. In a deaf household for a child who is deaf of hard of hearing, the family will share the same ideals and beliefs of those in the deaf community and pass them down to the child, and the child can easily identify as a part of their community and be confident in their identity starting a very young age. In a hearing household, a child could struggle with personal identity and a sense of belonging simply because their language barrier is not only external outside of the house, but also within the household towards their immediate family. With hearing children, the hearing status of the child does not affect their personal identity, and children will most likely adopt the ideals of their parents before that of the community. For social development, if allowed to go to a school for deaf of hard of hearing, the child can develop a strong sense of community and develop bonds that last a lifetime, and that simply comes again from being at school with the deaf community and then going home and being able to go out and being a part of that community still. But if becoming mainstream, children can arrive at school lacking an understanding of the social expectations, rules, and other things that come from mainstream education. But children that are hearing enter the school system with that previous experience interacting and socializing with other children, and they have an understanding for the social cues and norms, and they create friendships that come and go, but only a few will last a lifetime. With cultural development, children with deaf parents, deaf of hard of hearing children with deaf parents, there is a strong bond with the family and community, and they develop a strong sense of identity, individuality within the deaf community, and other cultures are present, but not as much branching out and searching occurs. With hearing parents, deaf of hard of hearing children are instilled with the values they share among the hearing community, and they may struggle with cultural identity. Cultural development is extremely impacted by the impact of what being deaf means to the parent, and that could greatly impact the child's development culturally, either negatively or positively. For hearing children, the children will develop alongside the cultural norms and values while constantly having interactions with other cultures. They have a common form of communication, which allows for cultural development to begin at a young age. And unlike a deaf of hard of hearing child who is able to go to a deaf of hard of hearing school and is within the deaf of hard of hearing community, they have that strong sense of identity pretty early on in life and are able to carry it through middle school and high school, whereas hearing children do struggle a bit more through middle school and high school, finding their true identity. And that's it.